Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So, guys, that C-Max, what an absolute lovely car. It's a really nice, smooth drive. It's spacious. I can understand, exactly why they're so popular and why people want them for their families. The boots are massive, big boots in the back. And they're just a really nice, spacious car for the family. So, I can't see that hanging around. That is going to go quick. And I know I asked for, what price do you think, what I should put it up for. I did actually put it up for $3,995. So let's just see what happens there. I might get some interest in it, might not. Might have to drop it after a week. Who knows? But let's see how that goes, because that is a lovely car and only 47,000 miles. Yeah, incredible. So that's that. We can now move on to the next car, which is going to be the Ford Kuga. We're going to continue with this. I have got some issues with this car straight away. It won't run, it won't drive, it won't start, nothing. It is completely dead. So we need to deal with that first, and then we can move on. So let me turn you around. Let me spin around. I'll work it out. I'll show you what's going on, and then we'll go from there. Let's do this. Right, so yeah, guys, we're going to be working on this today. But the first thing we need to do is work out why this car will not run and even start. I can't even get ignition on, nothing. It is completely dead. So I think, I think what is going on is all related to the steering wheel. And the lock and the steer, the mechanism inside this steering wheel and stuff like that. I think it's all to do with that, because I can't even look. It's as soon as you press the button, it's nothing. It's completely dead. The key works. The key works. Oh, let me shut the door. So the key unlocks and locks the car. So it's not the key, because the key is identifying with the car. So it's not that. But if you have a look here, right? If you have a look here, right? As soon as I press that button, which is the ignition button, look what happens. Right, are you ready? Steering malfunction. Steering malfunction. So, and that only happens until I press this button. It goes back to the mileage again. Look, you see it there. I'll press the button again. Steering malfunction. So, it's definitely got something to do with this steering lock and this steering thing. The trouble is with it is that because it's keyless, it's all to do with, even if I put the key there, I've tried to sort of put it there and it won't do it. Now, there's a motor inside. I've read up, I've looked into this. There's a motor inside there that controls the actual, so if you had a normal key with a blade, you could put it in and then that would work the motor, and then that's what unlocks it, or you can start the car. But because it's keyless, there's actually a motor inside there that controls that unlocking. Because at the minute the steering wheel isn't locked. The lock is off the steering wheel. I can move the steering wheel all the way around that way and all around that way. So it's linked to that mechanism in there. So the first thing we need to do is start stripping all this cowling and getting all that off, seeing what it is, and it's probably just needs a little tap, but we will have to replace it because it's just, it's not working. Whether or not you can repair it, whether or not it needs oiling, you've got to always bear in mind with these cars that they've been sitting around. We don't know how long they've been sitting around at the actual auction sites, not being used, and when things are not being used, they they seize up and they get stuck and they, you know, don't work properly. The weirdest thing about this, it was absolutely working fine when I got the car. I've been driving it around. We've been working on the back. We've been doing the work in here. I've been moving it around. As soon as I come in that morning, yesterday morning, it would not move. It was stuck. So let's get in there. Let's all strip all this down. Let's find out what's going on. And let's see if we can work this out, guys, because we need to get this fixed before we can do anything else on this car. I've even got the paint now for this car as well. So that's come back. So we can put that back on there. And then that's got to go to the body and paint shop to have this quarter repaired and sprayed around here. But we can't do none of that. We can't move on until we get it running. So I'll set you up. Let's see if we can work this out. I'll start stripping it down. Let's do this. Right, okay, so after taking many pieces of plastic off around the steering column, guys, I think I've found the issue. Well, that's obviously got a motor inside that. I've checked online and everyone's saying that that's the problem. That's the issue with this. Now, if I replace this for a new one, you have to have it programmed and coded it back into the car. So I don't know, you know, what that's going to be like to do. I can't see any way of getting into this actual mechanism box. There's obviously going to be a motor or something in there that controls it or something. Do you know what I mean? But that's definitely going to be. I think there's nothing else. There's nothing else underneath there that can do anything. That's the only thing that's there. But what I did find out online is that you've just got to bang it. The strangest thing ever, in it. But because what you do is you've got obviously the lever there to so you can, like, you know, in and out, up and down. And what they're saying is that release it and then just sort of bang it up and down a few times. So like that, and then try and start the car. So definitely not having it. And then someone else said, well, just hit it with a screwdriver. So let's try and hitting it with this. Try again. Nothing. I'm getting absolutely nothing from it. So that's not working, guys. Basically, unbelievable, isn't it? That a little something inside there that's jammed or something's going on in there. I wonder if I'll be able to get it off. That's gonna be the next thing, really, is to get it off. But it needs coding. So a new one needs coding to the car. This is an absolute nightmare, isn't it? Let's just yeah, bear with me. I'll set you up. Let me see if I can get this off, and then we can have a look at it. If we can get into it, maybe service it. I don't know, but let's just keep going. Let's just see how far we get on this one. But what an absolute pain this is, isn't it? And if it frees up and I manage to get it freed up, I will come back and let you know. Whew. Right, bear with me, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay. So, guys, this is the mechanism for the steering wheel lock. So this is what they were saying that I've read online that it's faulty. And, yeah, this was going to be the issue of the steering wheel malfunction or, yeah, broke. But I've worked it out. I've worked out why that was coming up, why I'm getting no power, why it's not starting. I've just worked it all out. And do you know the reason why? Because of the tailgate. I've just spent all morning, okay, trying to work out why it won't start, and it keeps coming up on the dash, steering wheel malfunction. And I thought, do you know what? Let me just have a look inside the boot. Let me see if there's anything else that I can see. I've checked online. And basically, I plugged everything back in place, apart from these two wires here, which are the two earth wires that was connected to the car. And those two there was not connected. I just connected it up, and now I'm getting power to the car. So I just wasted all morning trying to figure out what is going on and why it won't start and what's going on. It must be the lock. It must be this. It must be, and it turned out that it was that all along. We're now getting power to the car. Look. Oh no, we ain't connected up. I need to connect that back up before it let me do it again. But yeah, I thought I'd explain what is going on. So, yeah, but I've literally just had this car running. Everything was all plugged in, all back together. But because I've just disconnected this, it now won't let me do it. Let me see if I can get it connected back up quickly. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to do this on my one hand. I'm not going to be able to do this one hand. Oh, no. I'm trying. I am trying. Okay, what we're going to have to do is you're going to have to bear with me. Bear with me. But trust me, that works. So, What a waste of a morning. Unbelievable. All because of that tailgate. Right. Let me set you up. I'm going to put all this back together and then I'll show you the car running. Oh, what a nightmare, guys. What a nightmare. But I think I've solved it. So, yeah, that's a good thing. We're actually moving in the right direction now. Oh, God. Right. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, okay, so the steering lock is all being put back together, plugged in. Let me show you now. So, ignition, we've got power from the clutch. It's another boost. There we go. Oh, God. So, yeah. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. It's just so stupid, isn't it? All because I've done that tailgate and I forgot to connect up those two earth wires. So there you go. Another lesson learnt. It's just a school day. Again, something else that I've worked out and learnt. But, you know, you just need to go through the motions and go through the processes. But it was those two wires there that caused all this issue, and I couldn't start it and move it around. Oh, thank God for that, though. You know, thank God for that. It could have been something a lot worse. It could have been, you know, could have dived into it. It could have just kept going and going and going. But I've worked it out finally. So could have spent the rest of the day sort of putting this back together and just see how much we can get done. So let's do this first, I suppose, and yeah, go from there. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, as you can see, we have now got a running, working again properly car. After that unbelievably crazy morning. But yeah, we can now continue with the boot and the tailgate and this back area. I've got a few bits and pieces to do on this. Transfer a few bits and pieces over onto this tailgate. Not too much, because, you know, it's not really that bad. But I need to get it ready, basically, for the body and paint shop to take hold of it and do their work on the back quarter here, down here, and then paint it around there. And then once they've done that, then there is some mechanical work to do on this car as well. I want to do the timing belt, the water pump, the full service, go over the engine, make sure it's all good. And yeah, that is, kind of where we was. It's a bit, I'm absolutely shattered trying to work all that out this morning. And it just feels like, okay, now we're back into the groove, and now we can get back into what we was originally doing. So yeah, got a little bit of work on the back end here. I will speak to the body and paint shop just to see if I can get it fitted in at some point this week. Don't know what day. So if they can take it tomorrow, then I'll do whatever I can today, and then we'll do the mechanical side of it when it comes back from the body and paint shop. If they can't book it in tomorrow, then we'll continue with this tomorrow, and we'll do the engine side of it and all that tomorrow. The timing belt, the water pump, all that tomorrow. Depends on them, really. So let's just see what we can get done today. Continue having a mess around with the rear end, and yeah, just continue with this car now, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay. So, guys, I am getting there now. I have put this in place. I have ordered one, and it's on its way. You can see it's cracked here. So, that's going to be an advisory on the MOT. So, I don't want that. Plus, it's cracked, so I need to replace it anyway. But I thought I'd just get it in place, just so that it looks, like it's complete car, and stuff like that. I did push this up a little bit, and I have made it a little bit better. You can see there, look, it's a little bit down here, and it's a little bit wrinkled and crinkled there, but I think that looks better than what it was, definitely. So he's still got to do a little bit of work on this back here. That's why I've left it. I'm not gonna completely, finish all this inside off, because just in case he needs to get up there as well, to help him straighten and push that out. Because I've got up there with just a screwdriver and a hammer, and was able to get that out a little bit better. So I'm sure he'll need that area as well. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I have spoke to the painter. He can't actually take it till Thursday. So I'm trying to get it booked in so that it go to the body shop Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon it can go to the paint shop and then have it painted, that quarter and that bumper, and then it will come back all done. But yeah, but I don't want to do anything else, and no more on the back end of this car. So tomorrow we're going to be working on this as well. So I think for now, what I'll do is I'll move it over, get my tripod out of the way, move the car on the ramp, and we're going to start the front end engine side of it, the mechanical side of it, the timing belt, the water pump, start stripping it down, start removing bits, start on that front end. So let me get it over there and I'll set you up and we'll start on the engine. So let's do this. Right, okay, so as you can see, guys, I'm getting there. Just removing the plastics and covers and stuff like that to get to the timing belt. It's just there, you can see it. Don't know whether or not it's original yet. I've still got to spin it around and lock it up. And yeah, this is the fuel filter here. We're going to be doing a fuel filter change as well because it's up here and it's part of the service, I suppose. Yeah, I've got all that as well. I've just dropped the oil, so that's done. I've put the sump back in place. So we've just got to fill it up when we are ready. But I've run out of time today, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there. We're going to come back tomorrow, jump straight on this in the morning, get cracking, and completely swap over the timing belt. I'm not sure about the water pump yet. Can't quite see where it is, so it's kind of buried in there, maybe behind the cover. There's another cover there. I don't know. It's got a water pump with the kit, the timing belt kit, so I'm assuming it's there somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I've run out of time. That's the end of today's video. We had a bit of palaver this morning with the steering lock and the ignition and the running and stuff, but that's all sorted. That's all back together. So yeah, I'm glad that didn't cause any problems. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it there. That's the end of today's video. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know what you think so far, and give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Take care. See you soon.